Batch data collector and free data collector. Study session number 10. Advanced interface, part 2. In the previous lesson, we compiled our first recipe using the advanced interface. We also talked about CSS selectors more in depth, leaving out one very important detail. Each cell captured from the Wikipedia table was in text format. The advanced interface, unlike the simplified interface, allows you to specify the format of the associated data type by means of the type dropdown. Type then tells the data scraper if we want text, in what format we want to get it, and if we are looking for links or HTML code. In our example, each node needs to be converted to text and cleaned of any preceding and following spaces, something many programmers call trimmed. Knowing this, Inspector has chosen the text and trim type on all columns. If the node to be captured had been a link and therefore a tag named A, it would have made sense to indicate the data type as href, which is the standard attribute where links are specified. Or maybe you want the complete URL, in which case there's absolute href, which calculates the absolute link starting with HTTP or HTTPS and then the domain name. Why is this level of detail so important? Because there are very strict underlying rules required for us to be able to convert a recipe from advanced mode into a recipe compatible with the easy Excel-like interface. Let's review them briefly. First, all types of extracted data must be managed as text and trim. All nodes must be with instance number, set to 0, and therefore for any second, third, fourth columns, and so on, the selector must be expressed in nth child format. This is an operation that the easy Excel-like interface always performs in the background, and that the advanced interface never applies to allow you to use the power of the separate field instance number. No other advanced properties can be active, as they are not supported by the easy Excel-like interface. The process of converting a recipe from the advanced format to the corresponding format suitable for the easy Excel-like interface can be started with the Go to Easy Mode button in the ribbon menu of the advanced interface. Failed conversions will result in a pop-up user notification outlining the required changes that must be manually addressed to be able to continue. On the same menu, as we have already covered in previous sessions, the Save Recipe button, active in the premium version known as Batch Data Collector, and the Reset Recipe button, which requires your confirmation before resetting your recipe. Additionally, Show HTML generates a window containing all the source code of the page currently selected in the Select Browser tab dropdown. Empty Results and Extract, the next option, resets the results of an extraction and runs the recipe. It differs slightly from Extract and Append Data, which reruns the recipe without clearing the buffer of previous results. By doing so, any additional data is appended to previous extractions. This is an incredibly useful, quick way to carry out 2 or more extraction operations one after another, perhaps on different pages, using the exact same recipe and grouping the results in a single export file. In this example, let's extract the same results twice with the Extract and Append Data button. As expected, the collected data will repeat itself in the export twice. This is because we stayed on the same Wikipedia page. The Focus on Full Web Page button analyzes the entire code of the page. If a user selects a portion of the text body of the page and wants to apply a recipe on only this selection, clicking on this button will activate the Focus on Selected Portion Only mode. It may then be necessary to re-edit the recipe nodes that otherwise refer to portions of code no longer visible to the data scraper. To clarify with an example, in the previous recipe, we analyzed the 12th table of the Wiki table class. When we cut out part of the page code by means of a more targeted selection, that 12th table may no longer exist. From the Export Setting area, for now, let's only analyze the Export File Name option, which allows users to choose the name of the file to export. The setting must be confirmed with the Set button. Spreadsheet Name allows you to indicate the name of the worksheet that will contain the extracted data. In this case, you will again need to confirm with the Set button. Both options are not mandatory.